this happens to your Karcher pressure washer, I'll show you how to fix it. The pressure washer is running right now, and you might be just pressure washing your merry way along, and you let off the trigger. You go hit it again, and you get no pressure. It's easy to fix. If your Karcher pressure washer starts acting up, like mine is, your problem is this valve right here. It's real easy to fix. To do this job, you'll need a T30 Torx bit. And all you do is take these two screws out. And you want the water off, of course, otherwise you'll get water spraying all over you. Okay, once you get your two screws out, you just twist this valve out and lose all the flipping springs. Alright. Okay, this is what your valve looks like. What happens is the grease in here gets sticky and gunk up and dirt on it over time, and it sticks. So you just want to take your spring out, take your valve out, and you can see where that grease is built up on there, and right here is where it's sticking. So we're going to clean this up, and lube it, and put it back together. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is clean the housing out with some brake cleaner. That'll help get all the old grease out of there. Now I'm going to clean the valve. And why not? I'll clean the spring. I'm going to get a cloth and wipe them off. Okay, you just want to take a light coat of white lithium grease and just coat that. You don't want to go nuts with it. And take it inside your valve housing here. Yep, it goes in that way. We'll coat the whole thing. Alright. Okay, now get the spring. Okay, now I'm just going to spray this out with some brake clean, just for good measure. And you want to make sure you coat this O-ring with a little bit of that lithium grease. Just want to take your valve assembly and slide it back in there. Put your two Torx screws back in. You don't really have to tighten these very tight, because if you tighten them too much, you'll crack the housing. So actually, I'm just going to tighten these finger tight. Alright. Hook the water supply back on and test it and see if it works now. Okay. Alright, there's a critical step I left out. That's why it didn't work. There's a piston in here you gotta get out somehow, and this one's really stuck. Just get a pair of needle nose pliers, reach down in there, and just try to wiggle it out. Pain in the butt. Okay, this is what the problem is. So you still want to probably do everything you did to the other valve, but this is what's actually sticking. Okay, so do the same thing with your lithium grease. Just get these O-rings coated. You don't need a whole lot on there, but enough. And this will wash away over time. It seems like every 6 months to a year, year and a half, depending on how much you use it and what kind of water you have. You'll probably have to do this if you have one of these pressure washers.